Hey YouTube, it's Lewis of Rosebud's Travels. It's now April the 7th, 2020, and we are staying in place because of the virus that is attacking our country and the world for that matter. And I wanted to show you a project that I've been working on. Actually, Katie and I have both been working on this project. And the idea was that we would debut this finished project at the Bluebonnet Rally in Bandera, Texas. The Bluebonnet Rally in Bandera, Texas has been canceled because of the virus. And so, and also the virus has affected even me getting products to be able to kind of complete this project. But I want to show you, give you an overview of what I'm doing and have done. And then later, I will do another video that is a little more in depth of how I did it. And also, Katie will do a video on how she organizes the closet. Last summer, we took a 1 month trip and we had a hanging clothes rack thing that had little containers and little drawer-like things and pockets that we kept our clothes in, and it was basically like a hanging sort of dresser. And we thought that was going to work, and after we used it for the entire month-long trip, we found out that it wasn't really as usable as we thought. And what tended to happen is stuff would try to work its way out of the pockets of the hanging deal as you travel down the road. So Katie added some straps, a kind of a strap deal that covered up, basically went across the front of the hanging thing and held the drawers and pockets and everything in place. And it did kind of work, but it would still try to force its way out, and we would, after we drove somewhere, we would find them kind of starting to try to work their way out. So we decided to do something different to rework the closet so that it would be more functional. So Katie worked up a plan for the closet, and I'll show you now what we've come up with. And like I said, it's not quite done. There's a little bit of paint where we have some trim that we've made up that's exactly like the other trim in the Casita, and there's some paint work that we have to do, and I haven't done that yet. But yeah, so this, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we did, what we've done so far. And it's unfortunate that the rally didn't happen, because that, and I understand why it didn't happen, and I support that. It the Yeah, it would have been fun to get together with a group of people, and people could have seen our whole closet rework thing. That it's actually, I think it's kind of pretty clever. So I'll show you what the closet redo looks like. Okay, this is what the closet looks like. And at the bottom, you can see there is now an opening in the bottom of the closet. And there is trim around the closet, around the opening. And that's the part that needs to be painted. And the trim is exactly like other trim in the Casita. And you can see there are shoes in there. This is a shoe nook so that you can store your shoes in the nook instead of in this opening on the floor. During our 1 month long trip, we would put our shoes on the floor by the door and they were always in the way. So we came up with this shoe nook deal. And after this is complete, that will all be gray and it'll have the screw caps just like everything else in the Casita. So it'll look like the, typical Casita trim, and it'll look like its original equipment. So here is what the closet looks like. And the design idea behind this is Katie realized that the hanging space doesn't go all the way to the rear of the closet. And we also realized that we don't necessarily need the entire width being hanging space. But after evaluating where the hanger attaches, it attaches through the outside of the Casita on that side. And on this side, it attaches through the back of the cabinet in the bathroom. We decided to leave the hanging rod alone because we do want some hanging space, but we didn't need all of it. So what Katie came up with is this design where you have some hanging space, but we don't need all of it. And then having these shelves where they're angled a bit gives a little easier access to the shelving area. When you have hanging in here, it makes it a little bit easier to access. So this is how it looks. And you can see got quite a bit of storage area in this closet. And we have taken this on a trip and experimented with how it works, and it works great. And having the shoe nook is absolutely wonderful. So this is actually, it's been so far, a very useful project. And like I said, we'll do some other more in-depth videos later, but I wanted to show you what we're kind of doing and how it's turning out. I think it turned out really well. And actually, this entire thing is removable. If you want it to remove, you can remove it. It basically unscrews, and you can actually take the entire thing out. So that's a good thing, I think. But yeah, it's a lot of storage space, and it's way more efficient. And we don't find stuff flying out and all that kind of stuff. These shelves do have a lip, so it holds things in place. And so far anyway, when we've traveled, it has traveled really well, and there hasn't, we don't find stuff all over the place. And we are going to take other longer trips, so we'll be able to experiment with it further. So just wanted to show you that. And so if you think about it, use our Amazon link if you purchase stuff from Amazon, and I will put that in the description of the video. And it doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps our channel, which will help us continue to bring you videos in the future. So just please use our Amazon link to help the channel out. I appreciate it, and thanks a lot, and see you in the next video.